Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, my cue cards have been smushed, so we're going to do it like this. Alright, good afternoon everybody. Welcome to this presentation for adolescent substance abuse. You'll be viewing this as a demo. This is a demo video I created to give you an idea of what my PowerPoint presentation is about on adolescent substance abuse. Sending you the PowerPoint presentation without the audio would be kind of like sending you a silent movie. So I added the YouTube video for it, mainly for the audio portion of it. So here we go. Go ahead and we're already at the first screen. Okay, welcome ladies and gentlemen. I can just squeeze this out of here. Okay, I think I screwed things up. We'll get the gist of it. Alright, testing 1, 2, 3 for sound. Testing for sound. Testing for sound. Let's see how this is. If I have to talk louder, I'll talk louder. My name is Ray Terrell, and I've come to you today because you deserve as much information on substance abuse and addiction as possible. Because as teenagers, you are the most vulnerable. And I'll explain why in just a few minutes. In this video, I'm going to talk about substance abuse and drug addiction because one turns into the other. First, I want to challenge you to answer some questions. What are your dreams? What do you reach for? What do you want to become? And you can achieve anything you set your heart to with God's help. But there is something out there that can come between you and your dreams. It's a dream killer. And it's called addiction. And it begins with substance abuse. You've seen people get drunk and get high, and it may seem like they're having a good time. Are they? Is it worth it? What matters most is how you regard drugs and alcohol. You may have already made up your mind never to use or abuse drugs and alcohol, and if you had, may God bless you for that decision. I wish I could guarantee that you'll never be tempted again, but I can't. Today I'm going to challenge you to make some of those, to make a decision, to make the decision to be drug-free, because this one single decision may be the single most important decision of your life. This is the one you want to nail. And I'm here today to help you make that decision. But first, let's start, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit more about myself. 11 million teenagers, yes, that's a million. 11 million teenagers sought help for addiction in 2010. We don't have 2011 numbers yet, but it's going to be more. 90% of Americans that suffer from addiction began using drugs before the age of 18. During their teenage years, I am one of those Americans, and I became an addict. And it began, well, let me tell you my story. My parents divorced when I was 7 years old. And like most kids do when that happens, I figured it was my fault. Because it must have been something I did, or something I said to make them break up. You know, maybe if I were a better kid, they would have wanted to stay together. And, it had a huge effect on me. Growing up, I was confused. I was rebellious. I didn't know who I was or where I fit in. You know, and I had this God-sized hole in my heart. And I didn't know that I was broken. I just knew that I had pain. And when I looked around and saw my friends looking happy and looking cool, you know, I wanted that too. I wanted to feel the way that they looked. So I began looking for something to fix me, something to fill that hole. I grew up harboring feelings of rejection, resentment, and pain. And the way I acted out on those feelings was to escape them. And the way I escaped them was to get high. And it felt good. I liked getting high because I didn't have to feel. I didn't have to feel the rejection. I didn't have to feel the resentment. I did. I felt rejected from my parents. And consequently, I started getting in trouble. By the time I was 12, I'd been arrested twice. I remember it like it was yesterday. And I had this girlfriend, her name was Donna, and she had a sister whose boyfriend used to sell marijuana. And that's how I got introduced to my first joint. And I remember the night we were walking along and she said, "Hey Ray, you want to get high?" And I said, "Sure, why not?" Cut it right there. And let's see.